Film Size Crew Review. Dead Don't Die.
The Dead Don't Die.
Which is also a little fact that I picked up in the Encyclopedia Britannica of 2004.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, the 2004, is that the one with the misprint under the word hello?
Yes.
Yeah, fair enough.
Hey team, Angus, Strachan here, and welcome to the Film Size Podcast. I'm here, as always, with my co-host, Kane Diggly Wiggly Kane Dogs.
Thank you.
And the man formerly known as Bro Diddly Doo Bro Man Richards. This week he is known as...
Tilda Pinton?
Tilda Pinterest.
I don't have one.
Yep, Tilda Pinterest.
It was Jordan's job, but he gave up on that like Facebook, so...
Hey-oh, we'll get there. K-Dogs, this week we are reviewing The Dead Don't Die.
We are
The
indeed.
Dead Don't Die.
Excellent. Whip out that IMDb summary.
I would, but my phone's on charge and you knew that, you arsehole.
Jesus, Jordan. Can you do your job once?
Literally one job. Literally one job.
Give it to me, I'll read it out. The peaceful town of Centerville finds itself battling zombie hordes as the dead start rising from their graves.
I mean, yeah. And some.
And also
And some.
less than that.
No, I mean, they do.
We'll get into it. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we'll get into it. When did you see the movie, and what did you think?
When did you see the movie? What did you think? Do you like the movie? None of the shit.
This is one of those classic scenarios where we all saw the movie together, and therefore this segment is relatively pointless.
So I saw it on Sunday afternoon
Okay, we're still doing it then.
at 3:15 p.m.
Oh, what a
Angus,
coincidence.
What about you?
Yes, yeah, I also got the 3:15 p.m. session.
Fair enough. But Jordan, you went to the...
3:15.
I thought you went to the 5:15.
No, I did too. Wait, we all went to the 5:15. You bloody got me! We all saw the 5:15.
Yep.
Yeah, that was my fault. I said there was a 3:15. I'm still adamant there was. They just took it off.
Looking at the amount of people that were in our cinema, I'm not buying that it was sold
I
out.
doubt it. I very much doubt it.
Did you get in there and realise there were 3 other people and go, oh, 3:15 definitely hadn't sold out?
We went to basically a large lounge room of a cinema.
Yeah, it was very solid.
It basically had 5 rows of about 5 or 6 chairs each.
Because this film has actually been out for a while and is doing the circuits in the film festivals and stuff in America. So as such, it didn't get like a big release in Australia. So it was just one of those cinemas that do all the different films, not like
weird
the
though, 'cause there's a
mainstream.
lot of
All the shit films.
A lot of big names in this film. So it's weird to have such a small release.
Yeah, I think it got a bigger release in America, but yeah, it's funny with film festivals. They always are kind of a bit hesitant with releases and everything. Like ownership's always a bit of a struggle for some reason. Yes, yeah, but anyway, long story short, it didn't get a big release in Australia. What did we think of it, lads? The other part of this segment that we do still need
to do.
Yeah. So it's not pointless.
Angus, what did you think of it?
I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. It was a fun romp. I'm giving it the fun romp. Tick of approval.
Fun romp, tick of approval.
It was...
I'll give you fun. It's not a romp. It's not by any means of a stretch a romp.
It's my romp, okay?
Fuck, your life's boring.
It's right up Angus's romp.
Yeah. I'll do my romp what I will choose to do
Okay,
with.
Brody, what did you think?
I liked it. I really liked this film. I thought it was really funny.
Yeah.
It was so not what I expected in a great way.
Yeah.
I was just like, this is just going to be another like zombie killing
Zombielands,
film,
yeah.
zombie killing fest with some jokes in it, and there was not that
Yeah.
at all, and I really enjoyed that.
I thought this film was fucking shit, and I will stand by this to the day I die.
Sure, okay. Keen to get into it.
That's fair enough.
It's not my cup of tea.
Yeah, that's fair. It's not Jordan's romp. That's for sure. His lovely lady romp. Lads,
He's wrong.
lads, you know how every week I put up on Instagram what movie we're reviewing, and I ask our Slicey Slices what their thoughts are of the film.
Should
and
we do Jordan and
no one
Facebook
replies.
first?
You know what? Sure.
Yeah, okay.
Kane Dogs. Anyone
Take
hit
away
you up on
Facebook.
I'm checking my phone!
So unprepared.
Shocking.
Yes, we did. Hold on, I'm back. Here I am.
Hold on, I'm back.
Yes, we did. We have Jesse Richards, who said,
Well.
loved this.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Short and sweet.
Short and sweet. Super.
What do you think about it, Jordan?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just making fun because Jordan just keeps having to leave to check his phone because it's
Obviously,
charging in the
yeah.
kitchen. He could have charged it in this room, but he decided not to. Angus, what about Instagram, man?
Okay, so Instagram, we've got a few people hitting us up on old Insta. We've got from Hooverman91. What did the chief of police say to their officers? ?
Jordan, what did the chief of police say to their officers?
I don't know, Brody. What did the chief of police say to their officers?
I don't know either, man.
But you wrote it.
Go for it, Angus.
All right. Replying to Hooverman91, he says to himself, I guess, "Good morning. It was the beginning of the day and the basic pleasantries were said."
Yeah, that's fair enough.
I'm so sick of this.
And replying to that, not.filmflash.ho says Hooverman91, "How many taxi drivers does it take to drive you home? ?
Presumably one if you're taking a taxi, I guess.
Yeah, probably so.
Not.filmflash.host replies, depends on how many taxis you're getting, I guess. From Hooverman91.
This isn't anything anymore.
Says, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I agree.
Cool. So that's what our Slicey Slices thought
makes
on Insta. Broadman, I know last week we had trouble with Twitter,
Yeah,
but
Twitter's-
it's all sorted, right?
You would have thought so after however many weeks in the year.
I wouldn't have
that
thought
Twitter
so.
has been gone bunk. No, it's gone bunk yet again. Some zombie hackers have
One day.
taken down our
Wait,
Twitter accounts.
zombie hackers.
Yeah, well, I couldn't make it for sure. Anyway, I've had to set up some new Twitter accounts for us. Angus,
Yep.
when I was setting up yours, I was thinking about this guy who works for me. His name's Ray. Anyway, he broke a bunch of stuff in the warehouse, and I was like, I had to Bill Murray. So, Angus, you're going to be Bill Murray. And then for me, I was thinking about this I went last year, I went to this place.
Yep.
And there's this dam, right? And there's a security guard who patrols the dam.
Yeah,
and so he's basically just drives back and forth on the dam. So yeah, he's basically just a dam man. So I'm a dam man. And then Jordan's a big fan of toilets. Just look at his car. So yeah, he's Dunny Lover. So there you go. Jordan's Dunny Lover. I'm a damn man, and you're Bill Murray. So there you go.
I actually really like that joke.
Excellent.
Bro.
Okay, that's
actually very, very good.
Super sweet. So hit us up on Twitter with those new handles. But that'll be the end of it, surely.
Yeah.
We've got like antivirus software and stuff.
Yeah,
now.
I'm putting up so much
hoping.
virus protection stuff.
Awesome.
You know, even undead virus protection. I'm doing the work. So yeah,
Perfect.
next week.
Okay,
it's gonna be
sweet.
good.
Yep, that's going to be it. Awesome. Well, I guess that's what our Slices thought of this week for
Thank you, Jesse, for being the only
the
slice that
dead
right in.
Yeah.
do not die. Sweet. Next, we've got Would You Recommend It? Who would you recommend it?
Who would you recommend it to?
Cane Dogs. Seen as you're the most negative.
Negative? Yeah, sure.
Is there anyone?
Yeah, I think if you are the type of person who really like these sort of from left center kind of artsy films and you just find them interesting to be different, then yeah, sure, go see this one, go see fucking all of them.
Yeah.
But there's no mainstream audience or demographic that I think this film really is that I know that I would aim this at, apart from people that would enjoy those art house kind of films specifically.
Really hating on this one.
I mean, if you like Bill Murray, this is far from a normal Bill Murray thing. If you like Adam Driver, this isn't his best.
So it's far from normal Bill Murray. I thought this was very Bill Murray.
This felt quite Bill Murray.
This felt very, very Bill Murray to me.
Yeah, to an extent. If you're going, like, when I think of Bill Murray, I think of, like, laughing all the time. A lot of quips, a lot of fun. And this is very restrained the whole time. So this just didn't tick any of those boxes for me. So no, I wouldn't really recommend this.
Fair enough. Cool. I think this is a very kind of Bill Murray kind of a movie. I think they've definitely written it with him in mind. I would recommend this film to people who enjoy the makings of a film. So people that enjoy script writing, people that enjoy cinematography, people that enjoy just making films. I think they're going to enjoy this because it's just it seems like they had fun. It's one of those movies where it's fun because you know they had fun making it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So if you like all of that kind of stuff, I feel like if you're into silly movies, you'll enjoy this one.
Yeah, I agree in part. I think that this is so not the film you go to watch with your mates on a night out. I think this is like the exact opposite. that makes sense. I think this is a great thing to just watch in a random afternoon or to just catch with like, you know, with a good friend or something like that. I think that, I don't know who I'd recommend this to. Maybe just people who are a fan of like comedies, maybe a little bit like Taika Waititi's got comedies where he's
definitely.
kind of just, you know, there's just like these like random like little bits of comedy.
A lot of awkward humor and stuff like that.
I was thinking Hunt for the Wilder People for this. I was thinking a similar tone.
Yeah. So yeah, probably if you like stuff along that line, you'll probably like this. This is not any sort of action-packed thing.
No.
Even though it's a zombie movie, it's not action-packed whatsoever.
It's really not. A lot of dry humor, a lot of awkward instances, and we'll get into it.
Oh, what a cool sound effect, Angus.
All right, we're in the spoiler section where we dissect and divulge everything about the movie. You've been warned, watch out, otherwise we'll decapitate your head.
Ooh.
Hey, Cinema Dicks. Start off.
Cinema Dick. I'll go on.
Go for it.
The screen in the cinema was on like the right side of the room.
Yeah.
It was weird. It was kind of like, imagine a room. Now imagine there are a bunch of seats in that room.
We're still imagining the room. Okay.
Sorry, we have to give John a little extra time on this sort of stuff. So imagine a room, John.
Yep. Okay.
Now imagine that room is filled with chairs, all facing the same direction.
Okay, wait.
He's moving the chairs in his mind so they're facing the right direction.
Okay, yep.
Okay. Now imagine there's a screen in that room that all the chairs are facing.
Right, a screen?
Yeah, like a screen, in a cinema.
Okay. Yep. Yeah.
But that screen isn't in the middle.
Wait. Okay.
It's all the way to one side, and to the left of that screen is a door.
What's behind the door?
Well, that's how you entered the room.
Oh, but I'm already in the room.
This shouldn't be that hard for you. We were there less than an hour ago.
Yeah, literally just think back.
It was just weird. It was just weird having a screen all the way to one side.
It was weird.
It reminded me of like going to like some friend's house where they have like a bunch of chairs in a row and the screen is like but one side up against like in a corner.
Especially since I sat all the way to the left.
Yeah, Jordan sat all the way on the left and we were in pretty much an empty row. I thought about moving, but then I was like, nah.
Also, the screen, not that big. Halfway through the film, two people in front of us got up and left.
Oh yeah, that was a bit weird.
They're just like,
it's a weird time to decide that it's not your film. Like at that point, you're in it, I guess. I mean, the tickets were like,
this is not the movie.
The tickets are like $20. There's $40, and they sat through a good hour of it, and it only went for like an hour and 25 minutes.
If it's not your film, yeah.
They might have worked there as well, maybe. Maybe they were just like, they've seen the second half of the film. They just wanted to see the...
There were a couple.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
It was a bit weird.
Don't know. Maybe they just went to make out in the bathrooms.
And the person behind me had a really loud bag of crisps. Just a really loud bag of crisps.
And a really loud voice as well.
Yeah, they just talk real loud.
I don't mean to eavesdrop, but come on, mate. Like, if you're talking that loud in a cinema where...
I mean, I was talking to you at that... You're not eavesdropping, I'm talking to you. It's a bit rude for you to actually try to ignore me.
You're so loud.
It's a bit rude of you for talking during your film.
Sweet. All right, let's get into it. Most positive things about the film.
Can I go first? Because I've only got one.
John's only got the one.
Adam Driver. At the moment, I just like everything he does. I'm not a fan of the recent Star Wars films, but I don't blame any of that on Adam Driver as an actor. I think... What was the last thing I saw him do that I really liked?
Just look it up on your phone.
I can't be bothered. But the point is I like Adam Driver. I think he does a really good job with pretty much everything he's in.
Yeah.
And I wasn't sure how he was going to do comedically next to Bill Murray. And for the comedy that I did find funny, almost every one of those laughs came from Adam Driver. So, yeah, props to him.
Nice.
Yeah, he was good.
Nice one.
Angus, you want to take it or you want me to take it? What do you want to do?
No, you go. After you.
Cheers, man. Yeah, I really like the comedy as well. I thought the overall visual style and like, I don't know, feel from like the visual look of this film was really cool. I like the cinematography in this film. I thought it was pretty awesome. I really liked, there was so many shots in like the woods with Tom Waits as he was running around being like a crazy homeless man. Yeah, hermit man. And in those woods, I just loved how it all felt, like the colors of the green was like so warm. And I just loved the look of the trees. I don't know. It was kind of, it felt very warm, and a lot of moments in this film reminded me a little bit of like where I grew up in like the woods and stuff like that. And
Brody famously grew up in the woods by himself as a homeless man.
Yeah, pretty much. And like long kind of like roads that are like winding through these woods and stuff like that. I really liked it. And then I kind of liked that slow pace of like building up the comedy.
Definitely, yeah.
Even like when they're just driving around the zombies and stuff like that. I like that stuff.
Yeah. I really enjoyed the pace of this film as well. It's like, it's not often that you get a movie that kind of lets it breathe and lets the comedy breathe and everything. There's a few moments where, like, for instance, they did it where the two people in the diner die, and everyone just has their turn of like going in, looking, and they're like
good,
all like similar reactions, but very
an animal, several animals,
yeah, and then it comes back again in the news. Like I think that's clever writing, is like knowing when to talk and when to not. Which brings me into another positive, is that the talking that they didn't always necessarily like involve the plot, or like it wasn't a whole bunch of like, okay, we're gonna go to this diner first and do this and that, and like all the talking in between the two main characters, Bill Murray and Adam Driver, was more kind of just everyday talk, which made it like, even though it was in this absurdist place, made it a bit more real, which is good. That, and I really liked the fact that this movie just went there. It was just like, you know what? Fuck it. Like, we're just going to do it. Like, right at the end, where Bill Murray's like, how do you know it's going to end badly? And like, in everyone's mind, they're like, oh, he read the script or something. And he actually says, I read the script. which
I
was
hated
like,
that.
I like that they went there, because it's like, it's one thing to have it as like a, joke in your mind, but to actually do that. But that was immediately fine in my mind, because the next thing that happened was the UFO.
Yeah.
And there's like no reason for this Scottish woman to jump in a UFO.
This movie to me was as dumb as Kung Pao. Like, it just was absurdly dumb for just the most.
Yeah. But I like that. That's like my positive, is that they went there, and it's like
really, really silly humor.
They just went for it.
The red of the script joke for me was done better in Men of Tights. In Men of Tights, they do a moment where they stop and read the script to discern who's going to win. That's a better fourth wall break for me than that.
I've not watched Men of Tights for a very long time.
It's very similar kind of vein.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I enjoy that. Cool. All right, K-Dogs, looks like you're biting at the bit to go into the negatives.
Sure.
Negatives.
Swing the bat at the head and decapitate the head of this film.
The head of this film.
Go.
This film was... It's just that I think this film would have been funny for me if it went for about 10 minutes. Because I got the humor. The thing is it was just... If
they fast forwarded it, you wouldn't have been able to understand what they said.
Fuck, Brody. The problem is like all the jokes is just... It's just them saying something in a monotone so that they don't react to things. And therefore, it's awkwardly funny. Cool. But it's also fucking boring to listen to for that long. And it's that, and then just also, in the middle of it, just the most obscene jokes that aren't, for me, funny, but just someone went, hey, wouldn't it be funny if instead of writing any point to this film, Taylor Swift just hops in a UFO, and someone went, haha, and they put it in the film. And then someone went, I can't think of how I'm going to end this. I've alluded to the fact that Adam Driver's character sort of has known what's going on. What are we going to do? Say he read the script. It's a funny gag. We'll end the movie on that note, and then they'll both die. Roll credits. And those were the only two levels that I found in this movie that hit humor. Was either just someone not reacting to something, which just undersells the point of the film, or something absurdly over the top, which didn't fit in the film for me at all. And those were the only two things that I got out of it. So I think that's the main reason I hated it, is I didn't want a Zombieland, but I was looking for something a little more in line to a Shaun of the Dead. Like, just for there to be... Not for the humor not to be necessarily more clever, but for there to be more diversity in their jokes. Like, underreacting to a joke was funny, but they underreacted to everything the whole time. And as a result, at no point did I give a fuck about anything that happened. Every character that died was met with, And because of that, I didn't give a fuck when anyone died. Like, there's a character, what was her name? Josie?
Mindy?
She was in... She was the main character. She was the main character through the whole film, and then at the very end of the film, she basically kills herself. Yeah, and then the joke is met with Adam Driver like, locking the doors again. Now that joke's kind
Yeah.
of funny, but at the
That
same
was-
time,
that was-
I like that. Yeah.
that joke's funny, but at the same time, I didn't give a fuck about Mindy being killed, and she was one of the main characters because it wasn't.
I don't think it's
met
not.
with
It's
anything.
not that kind of film where you're meant to worry about the main
Or
characters
care about any of the
going-
characters, or care
Yeah.
about any, well,
Yeah.
if I didn't find it funny and I didn't care about any of the like a good comedy, you should still be invested in the characters. I think you should still be invested in the characters for this film to have any kind of meaning whatsoever.
Again, subjective, but yeah.
Well,
like
I'm reviewing
yeah,
this subjectively.
Yeah.
I can't review something objectively.
Yeah.
It's my opinion.
Yeah.
I think my least favorite was definitely the ending because it felt like the ending didn't have much point. Tilda Swinton leaves in the UFO, the two cops die. You never see the kids again, and Tom Waits just narrates the end. And it felt kind of not in line with the rest of the film.
Yeah.
You know, the rest of the film was so kind of casual and things just happened, and they're just like, oh man. Ugh.
Because it kind of
You know?
it kind of ends on the note of like it's like symbolism for just society being like zombies and stuff.
But even
like
then,
that.
I think the best thing to do with symbolism is never tell the audience what the symbolism is.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
yeah.
if there's a bunch of people walking around, coffee, whatever, I'm a fucking Pokemon apparently. It's just like, that's better to just leave it like as it is, you know, rather than saying, and they did all of that because of symbolism.
Yeah.
Because it's like humans
Because,
these days, they
yeah.
all want something.
And that
Haha,
was all
they
of-
greedy fucks.
So I think this movie is just like, I guess you should just go out and live in the forest and be free, you know? Stop
I
watching
definitely-
movies and
That was his whole character as well, was just narrating shit that didn't, like, it was just narrating exposition badly.
Yeah,
Like, it
and-
was poorly written exposition.
Yeah.
And so I thought, okay, it's over the top obvious to be funny. But then when they ended on that narration, I was like,
I definitely think they didn't know how to end this film. I definitely think that's a thing. Because I really liked the meat of this film. A lot of this film, I really enjoyed it. You know, but then, yeah, at the end, they kind of just like, they dialed up the crazy bit for the UFO. And then because that happened, whatever happened next wasn't crazy enough. Or it was still just like, just two people dying.
anticlimactic, yeah.
Yeah, like, I don't really know like what they should have done there. I think they should have just done something super,
get the UFOs
super...
back and like shoot them up or something.
I was going to say something super casual, like all of the zombies are walking towards them, and then there's just a cut of them slowly walking away from the zombies. The zombies can't catch up, or something like that, you know,
Yeah,
because the
yeah,
zombies
yeah.
just like so slow moving, something
Yeah.
like just something like that, where it's just like that, an extra joke, because like them just kind of getting killed. It wasn't funny, and it wasn't meaningful because this was not a film where you worry about the characters, and so because it didn't hit at either of those notes, it was kind of just a little bit empty.
Fair enough, yeah.
So I'll be curious what their other ideas for editing this film was.
yeah.
Because I think they definitely have one better than this.
Yeah. I think my biggest negative is probably them just putting a lot of famous people in for the sake of putting famous people in, like
Carol Kane.
Iggy Pop, and all that kind of stuff.
my
like,
mum.
It was kind of like I vaguely recognize that face as a zombie, but and like the thing with Selena Gomez, who like never really kind of anything comes to fruition. It's like, well, that didn't have to be
that
her.
actually. I liked the three teenagers that were in the car because like that's a car from one of the original zombie flicks, right?
Yeah.
That's what that guy talked about. It's a George Romero car. George Romero is the guy that did the original like Night of the Living Dead and something.
Yeah,
like that.
yeah,
Am I
yeah.
correct? Cool.
Maybe.
And so those like three kids, I like them because they were just three kids that they just put it up there for them to die. And I kind of like I like that because at least they had like an ending, you know, and the ending was kind of funny with Adam Driver's character just walking around
Holding their head.
just cutting their heads off and then just holding their head. That was a funny ending for their characters.
And the music,
Yeah.
the one song
the music was great.
that
I
was
loved
that
what
was
they did
killer.
with that.
Yeah, that was good.
The song "The Dead Don't Die" just kept
It's
played.
It's the title song.
Yeah, it's the theme song. I loved that, and then just everyone knew about this song, and everybody loved that song except for Bill Murray. I did like that. I enjoyed that. I really liked that. The guy who wrote the song "The Dead Don't Die" was one of the
One of
the
the
guy
zombies?
dragging the guitar, the zombie.
Oh, really?
That was
Yeah.
him.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
cool.
he was one of the guitarists, and they even have a line where they talk about it's like, I remember those boys, the good boys, the brothers, the good brothers.
Yeah.
They were born to play the guitar. It was
Yeah.
and one of them was the guy that made the song. I
It's
loved
filled with
that.
like a lot of little Easter eggs and everything.
Yeah,
Like
I think
little,
I think there was a potential to put even more in. There was a lot of shots where it was just a static shot, and you were looking at something maybe through a window or through a door or something like that. And on the door there was like writing of like, you know, thanks for coming in, like, come again or whatever in like a gas station or whatever,
Yeah.
or it's like exit sign or something like that, or no vacancy, that sort of stuff at like motels and stuff like that. I feel like that would have been great places to put extra little bits, like some sort of writing and stuff.
Especially
on all that
since
stuff.
there's a part where like a delivery guy says, "Notice the little things," and then as he walks out, we're left on this like, we've got a few seconds of this shot where there's just signs everywhere, and I thought that's clearly them telling us to read these signs, and I read all of them.
Yeah, I read all of them as
found
well.
nothing.
Yeah, they were just regular signs.
And it was annoying for a character to like give a bit of a nod and wink to be like, look at every single detail, we've thought of everything, and then you look at everything and you find nothing. You're like, oh, maybe don't tell us to do that.
Yeah, I wonder if it's one of those films where if you watch it a second time, you pick up on different things. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
I know you're not going to see it a second time.
I think my least favorite moment in this film was towards the beginning where they're in the diner, and the woman who's serving coffee in the diner and Danny Glover's character just sit and listen to the radio for maybe like 40 seconds to 2 minutes.
Exposition.
There's a lot of that.
Really, it was a really slow moment that didn't have any comedy in it, and it was just to kind of set up, like, I guess the reason why zombies came back, and it was really boring.
It would have been...
It was one of the most boring scenes I can remember from a film, because it was just us looking at... It's basically like looking at the photo of the inside of a diner.
Yeah.
And that's it. And then listening to
yeah.
information. It was so boring.
I think
listening to a podcast.
It made me think of a similar scene in Shaun of the Dead where they're flicking the TV channels. You know, when they're like flicking, and it's like, and almost these people are being, and they flick the channels like being eaten alive, and it's like it keeps flicking between different TV channels, different TV shows, and there's just a continuous like sentence talking about zombies. It's so well done. It just made me think of that.
This movie would have been better for me if they cut down on the exposition. I kind of like, if they're going to have Adam Driver as a character who can break the fourth wall, you don't need anything else. You just have him be like, I think it's zombies, and then for Bill Murray to be like, why? And he's like, oh, the Earth's obvious gases makes sense for it to be zombies. Like, we already had that, so we don't need we don't need all these, because there were 3 or 4 different things saying, because the Earth's axis is off, the zombies are coming back from the dead, and there were like 4 different news channels.
Yeah.
Like 3 different people found out in different ways. I don't think we needed any of that after we already had Adam Driver more or less tell the audience, look, we didn't really bother thinking about why they're zombies. We wanted to make a zombie film. And that's more or less what he's doing. It's him being like, zombies, because this is a zombie film. So cool. Own that.
The moment Adam Driver said it was zombies was so good.
Yeah.
Because it just makes you think it's such a great parody of zombie films. Because it just makes you think about every single zombie film you've ever seen.
Where they don't say zombie.
Where they're like, oh, it's like walkers. Or it's like, I don't know what it is. It's a wild animal. They talk about it. And there's so many moments like that. And Adam Driver is just like, zombies. Yeah, I reckon it's zombies. I like how every single character is just like, yeah, it's probably zombies. Yeah.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
It's so good. It made me think of so much of like, if there were zombies in our, like, in the real world, everyone would be like, oh, it's fucking zombies.
Sweet. All right. I think we'll leave it there for The Dead Don't Die. All right, sweet. I think we'll leave that there. That was The Dead Don't Die. Reviewed by the Films Last Podcast. That's us, the ones that you're listening to. Next week, K-Dogs, we are reviewing...
What's it called? The Breaking Bad Netflix movie that they did. What's it called?
No idea.
Angus, could you Google what it's called? I don't want to be
Fixing
racist,
Good.
but I know it's got like a Mexican title, but I'm not gonna guess it. El Camino, the Breaking Bad movie that they just dropped on Netflix. I'm super keen.
Super. I am not. I haven't watched Breaking Bad. I do not care about this film at all. Here we go.
Hey.
See you next week. Bye.
Let's get some caprichosas.
Thank you for listening to the Films Lives Podcast. You can reach us up on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that stuff. All that glorious social media stuff that turns us into zombies.
Social media stuff.
All right, we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.